What's up everybody? This is JoshyyRed, and today we're diving into something that might just change the way you handle audio for your videos, podcasts, or even those chaotic family cookouts where everybody's talking over each other. I'm talking about the COMICA Vimo Q 4-channel wireless lavalier microphone system. Now that sounds like a mouthful, right? 4 channels, wireless, lavalier. Basically, it's a mic system designed to give you professional sounding audio, whether you're shooting YouTube content, interviews, live streams, or capturing your toddler screaming no in Dolby surround sound. Now, before we dig into the nitty gritty, let me do the official responsible YouTuber thing to do. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. That means if you click the Amazon link in my description and buy one of these bad boys, you're helping me keep making videos, and I might earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. All right, let's get into it. So here's the thing. Video gets all the love, but audio's 50% of the experience. You can forgive a slightly grainy shot, but if the sound is trash, people click off instantly. Imagine you're watching a cooking tutorial and the video looks amazing. The knife skills are on point, but the chef sounds like they're yelling through a tin can from the other side of the house. Nope, you're out. That's why a solid wireless mic system is clutch. And the COMICA Vimo Q doesn't just give you one mic. Oh no, it gives you 4. That's right, 4 transmitters, 1 receiver, all packed into a little charging case that looks like kind of if Apple AirPods decided to start filming a Netflix series. And audio is super important because we don't want it sounding like this.
This guy right here, can you hear it? Can you hear the difference between what I was filming on these awesome little guys versus this? I mean, if you probably started off this video listening to this, you probably would be dipping out.
All right, now back to the real microphone. I mean, that's the real reason why we're here, right? So when you open this thing up, here's what you get. 4 transmitters. These are the little clip-on mics like we have here. You get 1 receiver, which is on top of the camera right now, a charging case, wind muffs, which are basically fluffy dead cats to fight wind noise for each of the little microphones, and a couple of audio cables, TRS to TRS for cameras, TRS to TRRS for phones, and a 2-in-1 charging audio cable. And a manual that, let's be honest, you'll probably skim for about 12 seconds just before pressing buttons, which is what I tend to do. So it's a pretty complete package. They're not holding back here. You don't open up the box and go, wait, I need to buy 3 extra things just to get started. Nope, you're ready to roll. Now I know specs can sound boring, but stay with me because these ones are actually worth noting. First off, it records in 48 kilohertz 24-bit audio. Now, if you're not a sound nerd, that basically means that it's really clean, like CD level clean. Crisp voices, no weird robot distortion, none of that did you film this in a cave vibe. Next up, you've got CalMix, the noise cancellation button. And if you can hear everything that's happening in the other room, the kids are watching TV, so you're probably getting a little bit of noise bleed coming into the microphone right now. Probably doesn't sound as crisp as you'd want it to. And that's where CalMix comes into play. You just pop the microphone off, you see how the light's blue right here. There's a little side button on the side right here. If you push it, the light turns green. And that's how you know you're in CalMix mode. So you press it, background noise drops pretty far down. I mean, think air conditioners, traffic outside, maybe even that neighbor who mows her lawn at 7 a.m. on a Saturday. You know, it doesn't kill everything, but it makes a pretty big difference. Then you have mono, stereo, or quad track output. Now this is where things get really interesting. Mono is just 1 combined channel, good for solo stuff. Stereo splits between left and right, perfect for 2-person interviews. In quad mode, see, that's the magic. Each of the 4 transmitters records into its own track. So if Uncle Bob starts ranting in the middle of your podcast, you can, just mute him down in post without losing everybody else. That's professional level control right there. 656 feet of range. Yeah, you heard that right. It's 200 meters. That's insane. I mean, to put that in perspective, you could mic someone up, let them walk nearly 2 football fields away, and you'd still get their audio. I mean, I'm not 2 football fields away, but you probably could still hear me, right? Even if I whisper and I'm talking to the plants and the rocks and I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna go next, like maybe around the corner. And even if you go, let's face it, it's wireless transmitting. You might get some drops because you definitely want a clear line of sight from the receiver to the transmitter. So you also want to be careful about people facing their backs. Sometimes you could get drops. Now in real life, you probably would never need that, but it's nice to know you could. Like having a car that goes 160 miles per hour. You'll never hit it, but hey, bragging rights, right? And battery life, 8 hours on the transmitters. Plus the charging case adds another 16, so you're looking at all-day shoots without worrying. If you're running out of juice, you're either filming Lord of the Rings or forgot to charge them last night. The latency is under 20 milliseconds. That's basically instant. No weird lip sync issues, no awkward delays where your mouth moves and sound shows up a beat later. USB-C digital output and 3.5mm analog output. Translation? It works with cameras, phones, laptops, whatever. No dongle nightmares. An HD display with the screen flip mode button, volume controls, and even the option to plug into an external lav mic if you don't want to use the little box clipped to your shirt. Honestly, on paper, this thing is pretty stacked. So let's talk about what I like. What are the pros? Okay, let's talk real world use. Because specs are one thing, but how does it feel? First thing is super quick setup. This is big for me. I don't like spending 20 minutes syncing gear just to shoot a 5-minute video. With the Vimo Q, you take the mics out of the case, they pair automatically, you plug in the receiver, and you're ready. It's almost idiot proof. And I say that as someone who has more than once filmed an entire video only to realize my mic wasn't recording. True story. Number 2, sound quality is legit. You just heard a cheaper microphone versus these bad boys. I tested these outdoors, indoors, in a car. The CalMix noise cancellation actually works. It doesn't kill everything, but it takes the edge off enough that your voice still comes through clean. And with quad track, I could separate out voices later and adjust levels so nobody was drowned out. And number 3, it's compact and organized. The charging case is clutch. You don't have random mics rolling around your bag. Everything fits in one neat box and it charges them while they're inside. It feels polished, like a product designed by people who actually use audio gear. Number 4, it feels like pro gear for non-pro prices. A lot of pro multi-mic setups run really high. This one gives you 4 mics, a charging case, and all the cables you need without breaking the bank. It's solid value for creators, teachers, podcasters, and anyone who wants to up their sound game without maxing out a credit card. Now, as with all things, there are a few things that I don't care for as much. So no product is perfect. I want to give you the other side of the coin too. This one bugged me a little. Quad track output only works through the 3.5mm jack. So if you're using USB-C digital output, you actually lose that, which feels like a missed opportunity because I like going digital straight into my laptop, especially when I'm doing multi-mic setups. The next thing is you want to keep a line of sight. Yeah, it says 656 feet of range, but if you turn your back to the receiver or walk behind a wall, sometimes you get dropouts. That's just how wireless works. Radio signals hate obstacles, so don't expect flawless audio if you're hiding in the basement. Next point, wind needs extra help. The included wind muffs are fine, but if you're outdoors a lot, I'd recommend investing in slightly bigger ones. Otherwise, a breezy day will just make your voice sound like you're reporting from the inside of a tornado. And they feel a little fragile. Now, the build quality isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but I wouldn't want to drop these on concrete. I wouldn't want to drop a lot of audio equipment on concrete. I mean, they're light and sleek, but you've got to treat them carefully. This isn't construction gear. It's electronics. All right, it's story time. So let me put this in the context of everyday life. As a dad, my kids run everywhere. If I try to film them with a regular mic, I get muffled yelling from across the room. With these, I clip one on and suddenly, I'm getting crystal clear giggles and chaos no matter where they go, which is adorable until they decide to narrate a bathroom trip. And as a YouTuber, I can mic up multiple people at once for a group video. Instead of everyone shouting toward the mic, each person has their own. Later, I can fix the levels so my quiet buddy isn't drowned out by my loud cousin who thinks he's hosting WWE. And as a musician producer, I can record scratch vocals or even small jam sessions with multiple mics running at once. No, it's not going to replace a full studio setup, but for demos, super handy. So a few final thoughts. Here's my verdict. The COMICA Vimo Q 4-channel wireless lavalier mic system is a killer option if you want flexibility, good sound, and multiple mics without emptying your bank account. Now, it's not flawless. You'll want to baby it a little, and you'll need to remember that quad mode is analog only. But for its size and what it delivers, it's punching way above its weight. And if you're serious about upping your audio game, this is one of the smartest purchases you can make. All right, fam, that's my take. If this video helped you out, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button like you mean it, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next review. I've got more gear coming your way, and trust me, you'll want to see the chaos when I test just how far 656 feet really is. Spoiler, it may involve me running across a football field while yelling into a mic. Stay curious, stay creative. This is JoshyyRed. We'll see you next time.